Hello, everybody. My deepest respect and love for all of you. You're just so amazing. There's so much going on at this time, as many of you can see, and perhaps it can be confusing. But I assure you that there are many things playing out. There are many timelines you have access to, and although most are on this one timeline. So keep with it, keep happy. There's no reason to have any fear whatsoever. Everything that is happening is for the good. Everything that is happening is what you want it in good ways from the deepest levels of your heart. You always wanted good things. You wanted the freedom. You wanted the love. You wanted the peace. This is all coming to fruition. So many things, and there's so many of you that you are the leagues of heaven. You are the angels. You're being empowered here to do this transition, and it's just so amazing. You know, I sit back here. All of you do not see what I see through my eyes, and but I do have the liberty of touching base with so many of you and seeing all the individual amazing aspects of you and your amazing experiences, the magical ones, and what even, humanity would consider impossible. They are happening, and and they are so many more of these types of experiences there for you as we continue forward with this ascension. And yeah, it's crazy, it's magical, and many of these WTF times, but it's all for good reasons. So, nevertheless, the observatories with the sun, yes, we are sending out a lot of energy, and it's been coming out since the update was put out. So there are CMEs being projected towards the earth, and I don't wish to get into why that is. When you look at God as omnipotent and just wave your hand and everything happens, there is an order and a discipline to how these timelines progress. And also, there is an order in respect that it does not affect certain individuals that are not supposed to know. So, things are assured and ascertained for what you could call the human playground, the human experience. All of you watching this are beyond the human playground and the human experience. And it is time that you come to start projecting it and believing and knowing it, that you are more than human. And anytime you consider yourself human, that is actually disempowering you and degrading you from your divinity. Do not let labels like grandiose, narcissistic, conceit, ego, do not let none of these human terms restrict you whatsoever. You must stand in your light and be yourself. You're given this physical vessel here to do your divine work with. And you need to be apparent to everyone. You need to stand out there. And, I touched on the subject lately about your avatars, even here on Facebook, and mostly female, but also males. Do not hide behind these. You are the beacons of light. You are the lighthouses. And if you look perhaps metaphorically, what is the good of a lighthouse if it has a big wall in front of it? No, take it down. Same as the Vatican. Get these walls down, which they are. It's all being disclosed. Um, However, we have a major backload of documentation behind the scenes that is about to explosively be revealed to the public, and will also assist in so many more awakening. And these ones need to be awakened because most are going forward on the 5D timelines. And to do this is the awareness. Create the awareness, which we and you have, most readily done behind the scenes. So all your work is coming to fruition very quickly. You're being bombarded with in the near future. Just looking at some notes. I usually don't do this, but put notes down, but there's just so much going on at once. So all of your fruits of your labor are going to come forth here very quickly. And, things may be a little bit chaotic, especially perhaps, with the financial systems, the monetary systems upon the planet. They are all ready to implode. And, this has been initiated. There was a huge directive taken since 2012 when we actually began creating the new timelines then. So all of these initiations are coming to fruition and they're all converging. So you have so many things happening here at once. The main thing is to remain calm, stay in your energy, stay in your prowess, and to know that some things may get wild, but it's all for good reasons, and that the change you want it, you're witnessing it through it. This is the change. You are amidst of it. Again, the big event, you are amidst of the big event, which is the overall ascension. But within that ascension, there are so many other events. And what's to come here very shortly, many may or can consider it, as the big event as well, because it is a huge one. And it will create an immense shift. So hold on to your hats and put your seatbelts on if you wish, or if others, just blow in the wind with it and have fun, be free, fly. So pretty much I covered many things. It's important to note these indictments in the U.S., but also know that they're not restricted nor confined just to the U.S. This is important because there are other, let's say, other ones are also named in these, and that this is only the beginning of the cleanup. The first domino, as the ascendees always knew, had to fall in the U.S. That would start the chain reaction. So, as you know, and as you evidently can see, that is sitting there with over 51,000 indictments. And what this does and what it will serve is tear down the suppressive monetary system, and like economics. All of these things on the planet are primitive, they're obsolete, they defy common sense, especially with the money. So the main thing is right now you're all accommodated from the, let's say, from the higher realms. You always have what you need. So just alleviate all worries about money and any of that. Those are all human things, and you are transitioning out of that. And anything that you do need, you can manifest it yourself. And if you don't manifest it yourself, it is delivered to you. So surrender. Anyone that hasn't already, surrender fully to yourself and to God in that connection. You are an angel, and that's what it is. If you think you're not an angel, well, you're just suppressing your prowess and your gifts. So you got to own it, you got to walk it, and you got to talk it, and you got to be there shining. And each one just has such an amazing effect on the entire planet during this ascension. So pretty much that is it. And so many things happening at once, and so many amazing stories coming out, and magical ones, by individuals. So I guess that's pretty well it, and much more to come. Oh, the twin flame aspects. Wow. Yeah. I wish to just say a short thing on these, the twin flame concept is that remember that this is ever evolving as well. So what you thought you knew and what you have learned thus far on the twin flame topics, that is ever evolving to adjust and accommodate to the higher timelines, because things are not the same on the higher timelines, and you'll be given more understanding, understanding, thank you for correcting me. You'll be given more understanding on, the whole experience with that. But that's part of the magic as well. And, it was so beautiful to see Morgan Lee, her post, last night, what I shared with you. I put on the timeline of her and Todd's experience. I can assure you and ascertain that, yes, it's very real. Many have experienced similar things, but to that degree, really, they have not spoken about it. It's pretty rare, but to see that finally being released and experienced by others, it's a very strong indicator that there's a great shift has happened, and that we're going much higher, and that many more are being triggered, not triggered, activated, brought online. So it's so beautiful with this, because you do know that love is very real, because you can physically feel it. It's not as fake as what it was, on your human experience, where love was mostly in your head. It's down there in the heart. It's real, and it goes beyond that. And with a complete merge, with a partner, you're just merging on every level, and it's just so blissful and ecstatic when you do that to the human, and it's tranquility. It's everything you ever could imagine. It's just wild and magical. So, that's going to ramp up. More of you are reaching higher degrees, and your abilities to do that is going to keep happening. Your bilocation, your multi-dimensional aspects, those have been empowered and enhanced. And also, it's in conjunction with you jumping many timelines. Things will appear and disappear because you're jumping timelines, and that's all part of it as well. It's divinely governed and orchestrated to, let's say, what timeline you go to, and where you're at all times. So there's never any fear of that, of getting lost in space, if you will. No, everything is assured and ascertained, and it's a wild ride. And the best thing is restrict nothing, go with the flow, and fun times we are in. So I love you all, and have a most amazing ride with us. We'll catch you later. Bye.